Good morning, everybody. I know it's a couple minutes until 10 Eastern in Raleigh, North Carolina, but I thought I would pop on a couple minutes as everybody is joining in to share a little bit with you about video, just maybe a couple tips or even one tip per video on video. It was interesting, my last video, so many people commented about the fear of video. And I get that. So I thought that I would share from my very humble point of view. I am by no means a video expert. I am a social media, I guess, expert in a way. Hey, Allie. But I wanted to talk a second about video before we get started at the top of the hour, answering the question or answering the perspective on something very, very important in building relationships. We'll get to that in a second. Hey, Joan, good morning. So on video, and Allie does a lot of video too, and she's great with visibility, but I did want to just share with you a couple things on video. I'm a life expert. Oh, you think that's what I am? A life expert. Okay. That's good. I like it. Video seems to be a hurdle. And you know, the fact of the matter is social media, and in building relationships, we want to see people in person. Do you know how many video Zoom meetings that I set up where the people would not turn the camera on? And I'd say, you know, hey, Tammy, I'd say, I'm sorry, Susan, I can't see you. I don't want to turn on the camera. Well, how can we meet people and build relationships if we can't see you? So social media is already devoid of that as it goes. Social media is it's a visual site, but we don't get this on social media unless we make that happen. So here's my tip for you for video. It is terrifying for most. Most of us have never been on video at all in our lives unless somebody asked us to do it for a wedding for a friend, and we hated every second of it. But you got to feel confident about yourself. And here's where image is really important. I was an image consultant for 15 years. I heard every scenario possible as to why women don't feel good about themselves. If you are worried about your hands, about your neck, about your eyes, about your wrinkles, about your hair, about the weight, about the zits, about you know, I'm sure y'all list a million more things. Video is going to be challenging. So address those things. Address those things. Many times those are pretty simple fixes. You know, a really good eye cream will do it. A beautiful color will do it. An update for your hair will do it. You know, whatever you need to do to feel confident to be able to turn that camera on. And even if you don't feel confident, at least you feel good enough about the way you look that you can sort of fake your way through it until you do feel confident. Video is very, very important. It's powerful, and my goal always with building relationships online and what I teach is that you take the relationship from the conversation in the thread to a Zoom meeting or a live coffee. Somewhere we want to be able to connect with people face to face. So it's really important whether you're going to meet them for coffee at Starbucks or whether you're meeting them on Zoom, that you feel good about the way you look. It's very important. So I hope you'll take some inventory on that today. It's after 10 o'clock. I'm going to get started on the question or the topic that I posed yesterday in the group. I'm Alexia Brewer, coming to you live from the Fierce Women Entrepreneur Group on Facebook in Raleigh, North Carolina. And I receive thousands of questions, probably over the last 3 years, thousands of questions about how do you connect, who do you talk to? I mean, we could go on and on. Hey, Lee. Hey, Brenda. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Tammy. And here's something that I hear that is almost as puzzling for me as the I'm not good at small talk conversation, which I'm learning and evolving through. This is something I hear, and it will stop you from building relationships. No doubt about it. If you are fearful, suspicious, untrusting, you are questioning people's motives, if you are wondering why somebody's friending you, if you do not understand why she spoke to you in a thread, if you feel that people are out to get you, that they are trying to somehow, I don't know, maneuver their way into into your life to, hurt you or spam you or sell you or trick you, you are not going to be able to build relationships online. So if anybody is on today that feels that way, I would love for you to comment, because you will attract who you are. 99.9% of the women who came to me and posed this question, I would say to them, who do you meet you don't trust? And they would say, yeah, I mean, everybody that I meet, they're not nice, and they try to sell me. Well, that's because that's what's in your heart. If doubt and fear and hesitation and questioning and suspicion is in your heart, then you are going to attract people to you that are going to prove that you are right. You are going to attract people to you who are that way. And then you're going to walk away saying, see, I knew it. This is why I don't do this. Because everybody I meet tries to sell me, and they're suspicious, and they spam me in the first second. They're not honest. It won't work. It will not work. You have got to be so open and pure in your heart to build relationships online successfully. And when you are, you will attract people to you that are willing and able to receive that, and they will give it back to you as well. Law of attraction, yes. So it's very, very important. I never, ever, ever question why someone is reaching out to me. Never. If someone was willing to meet me in the beginning, even now, and they were willing to give me their time to sit in front of me for an introduction and a hello and a conversation, I was there to meet them. This does not mean that we don't have to be responsible online. We know that there's nutsos online. We know this, yes, sure. But to me, the good far outweighs the negative. The positive far outweighs the negative. So when you are coming online and you are open-hearted and you are giving and you are not thinking about the sale and you are not going, I need to make money, I need to make money, I need to make money. You are literally approaching the relationship from a place of, I want to get to know this person, really get to know this person. You will attract people to you who want that from you as well. In my official 2 years of being online, I could probably count on two hands the people who have actually tried to sell me in a post or something when I meet with them. And usually I can redirect that. I will say, and I've said this many times, Susan, I appreciate your trying to sell me on your business, but this conversation is really not about that. We're trying to get to know each other here a little bit. I had it one time happen in a Zoom meeting. And she and I are still connected, but I did kind of have a come to Jesus with her and told her that that was not my intention, that I didn't know her, and I really wasn't interested in anything she had to buy because I didn't know who she was. That was it. So it's very, very important. You were reading that book now. Yes, excellent. It's very, very important that you show up in a very open-hearted way, with trust, with faith, with love, with curiosity, and with interest in the other person. And take your ego out of it. Tell your ego to go sit over there with your business and they can amuse themselves over there. But while you're building relationships, you are in this to connect with people. Now, I'm going to end with this, and we can talk more about this in the thread. The easiest way to eliminate some of this is to get the conversation rolling in the thread. So if you meet somebody in the thread that is the place for you to really kind of test the waters with this person. She commented on something you like, you posted on something she likes, it's back and forth. You start to pull, you start to answer questions, she's responding to you, you're doing the dance, you really like it. Susan, I want to take this offline. Susan says, great. You've kind of got the nitty-gritty, you've broken the ice with her in the thread. Then when you get into the Zoom, into the live, I pick it up right from there. I say, Susan, can you believe what that statistic was on social media that we were talking about? Oh, I know, Alexia. Here's what I found. I know. I am just stunned. And some of the other comments were really telling. And I noticed that you said something about your daughter. How old is your daughter? And you go right into the meat of the matter. If you've done your work strategically, correctly, in the thread, you won't have these salesmanship conversations going on in the Zoom. Tip, very, very important. I hope this was helpful. Be open-hearted, be pure-hearted. Trust, don't be suspicious. If you are, time for a come to Jesus moment. Time for you to really think about, is social media for me? If I can't get over my fear, my suspicion, if I can't get over it, if I'm not willing to work on it, is marketing a business online for me? I hope this helped everybody. I see some comments getting in. Very helpful. Thank you, Joan. Thanks, love, for fantastic information. We will see you guys. Keep the comments coming. We'll talk in the thread, and I will talk to everybody soon. Bye-bye.